talk about tosses, basically being able to pick somebody up and throw them through the air. And we're going to talk about defense. I'm going to start out with the defense because defense is very important. If you've never done this before, it's actually pretty difficult. And it's called just hip sagging and moving in a circle to keep the guy from tossing you. Mike here is going to come up and get double unders. He's going to try to pick him up. Bill is going to sag his hips, take his weight off his feet, a lot of weight down. He's going to be able to maneuver in a circle here. And it's really the defensive drill that we're looking for right here to keep him getting thrown. Mike comes in with it right there. Being able to move around from here, just make him heavy hips, moving away. Try to push out of there, come over top, and break. That's the object. You don't want to get staying there unless you're going to do a maneuver or an offensive move. Now, there's some things he can do there, like inside tripping and that type of stuff. But right now, we're showing the defensive heavy hips drill. And he actually came up with the chin, not in the throat area. That's illegal. He can rotate his arms out as well. Let's see how he rotates the arms out, just without even coming in on the chin this time. Just after you sag, just rotate the elbow out, just like that. Comes in. Let's do that again so I can see how that arm comes to the inside. One arm at a time. 1, 2. Good. Mike's coming in with the double unders. He's getting a little out of control. He's pushing in with his upper body a little bit leaning. And instead of just breaking the grip and sagging, Bill is going to hit him with a headlock. Go ahead. Automatic pin. Again, he's coming in. He's sagging his hips. The guy's pushing a little bit out of control. Hits a good hard headlock. Bang, right there. We're going to stay along the same terms. We're coming in with double unders, but we're looking for like a bear hug knee block. And what it is more of a controlled knee block, one where you really take any kind of move away from this guy that just headlocked him because he has a low hip and he has a good transition with his knee and his other leg. Double unders, block with the knee, switch, transition, control all the way down to the mat. Okay, now we're going to do it a little bit faster pace. Walk him after you get him a little bit. There you go. Not bad. One more time. Get a little hip pop once you get there. Once you get to the side. Here we go. Pop. Take it right down. Boom. Not bad. This next toss comes from double unders, or it can come from an overhook and an underhook. Probably the most common is from just the over and under. It's a lot of guys have done this. It's probably a guy that from Oklahoma named Metzger used to use this a lot, and the name of the hold is actually called the Metzger sometimes. We have other people that have kind of taken it away from him, and they use their names as well. So it doesn't really matter whose name it is, but it's a good move. Over and under or double unders. We'll start with an over and under. Set the guy up, block his knee, come inside the crotch, pop your hip. The guy flies to his back. Okay, let's try it again. We'll show it one more time where the hand goes to the head and the knee goes to the outside block. You set him up by moving him a little bit, block the knee, come inside with the head, and in the crotch, pop the hip, he flows. Okay, now we'll do it at more live pace. Over and under, set up, catch, boom, right to his back. Perfect. One more time. Metzger, boom, block the knee, boom, flies through the air. Another great toss is a step-up knee block, and really putting your hip into it and throwing the guy. The risk in this really isn't that high because we're not taking the guy backwards, whereas a lot of people throw to their own back. This time we're going to throw more forward and a little bit to the side. Step in, catch that, toss, and try to get a little more penetration. The key is almost like winding up, boom, so you get a lot of power there. Yeah, perfect. Now I realized he bounced free, and you got to be able to contain the guy. Now in freestyle, that's points, but in high school style and collegiate style, you have to control the guy. It's not an illegal hold, but you must maintain control. One more step up. Here we go. Make it good. Penetration, good, perfect. This last toss comes up off when a guy is in a high single leg and he reaches up around the waist, or he's just in an over and under hook. And from there, one man goes for a bear hug and the other guy counters by hooking an ankle, putting his hips and leg underneath him, and tosses him through the air and ends up on top. It's a big move overseas in Europe. A lot of times you think you got these guys and you start bending them over, and because you bend them over like this incorrectly with your hips out, they toss you. You go flying. Okay, here we go. Mike's going to be attempting a single leg coming up off there. Comes in. He hooks the ankle, gets his other foot underneath him, and tosses high in the air, ends up on top. Okay, we're going to go in there hard. He's going to push in hard with an over and under. And he's going to set up his toss and hit it. There it is. He's going to hook the ankle. He's going to come under and toss. It's a little bit like a lateral drop, but there's not much risk because you take the post away by hooking that ankle. Because remember on the sag drill, you try to step around. There's no ankle when you step around. There's nothing but a stump there. Air. So he flies. One more time. Pushing in, hooking an ankle. Actually, his ankle wasn't even hooked that time. He just used his knee. But that's okay. As long as you have some kind of an attack. Before he used the ankle, the leg lift, this time he just come up with a knee. A lot of people overseas really utilize this type of pressure with their legs. This type of action needs some safety, and so you put in a crash pad to make sure that somebody doesn't get hurt. Especially if you're going to do this from a drilling point of view over and over again. It saves a lot of wear and tear on the body. It saves a lot of wear and tear on the body. Once he hooked the ankle, the second time he just used the knee. Again, in there, hook that ankle, throw, boom.